Oh my god. I've been sick since I've been sick since the past weekend and I'm still not cured until now. Please bear with me. Welcome everybody! Today, we are going to start a new series in the channel which is making assets for my VTuber children. As some of you may know, I am a V artist and I've already made a couple of VTuber models for the past 2 years. And I think this is the 3rd year that I've been doing it. And as you may know, I already have a couple of VTuber children. Yes, I'm a VTuber mama. And the spotlight for this episode is for Spookzie! Spookzie have commissioned me 2 models already, which is her default model and another outfit. And actually, we're currently working on the 3rd one at the moment. And I've decided to drop her some VTuber assets as gifts to show my thanks and appreciation for being patient with me every time. Spookzie, if you're watching this, I appreciate you. Okay, so how this works was, I recorded all of the process, the whole process of making the assets that I gifted her. When I am recording this commentary, I already finished the assets, and I am just going to walk you through the recording and how it went, my thought process while working on it. So, let's begin! Welcome to the reaction, okay? Alright, so before we start playing the video, I just want to say this is my first time making VTuber assets. I never made assets ever. So, I'm going to tell you my experience and what I did during this process since it's my first time, you know? Maybe someone out there is probably gonna be their first time as well working on assets. So I hope this will help a little bit. So this is the base that I made, I sketched out during the process. And it's made up of really basic shapes. So the microphone just looks like, a tilted ice cream. It just looks like a tilted ice cream, a straight rectangle or whatever. I used the ruler or the shape tool, and I just made a random triangle at the bottom for the stand. The microphone, of course, you have to draw them by itself, but for the stand, you can just mirror it along the way, okay? You can just mirror it most of the time, and maybe turn off the mirroring tool or the symmetry tool after drawing the base, and then you can just draw the details that you want so that it won't be too symmetrical. So let's begin. So at this part, I'm still thinking of what is the design that I'm making for her. I wanted to have the same theme as her base model. So I placed a flower right here, like the accents or the accessories in her dress. I thought of putting a cat and I would want it to spin. Actually, along the way while doing the sketch, I was thinking of the animations that I want to make for it as well. And actually, to add to that, it's my first time. It's my first time to rig assets as well. So, and I'm pretty new to Live 2D in general. I never rigged before. So this is pretty new to me. Like everything is new for me. So that was her model. That was my reference. During the coloring, I also referenced her color palette, which was pretty much purple and pink all the way. I just thought of putting the ribbon right there. I think that was a huge highlight of her design, so I wanted it there. And obviously the sakura accents, the cherry blossom accents, and the cat items should be there, since I think that is what she's known for. Especially the ghost cat right here. And pretty much during this time, I'm just shading. As you can see, the mic itself wasn't too detailed, but I just tried my best to make the coloring more detailed. The shading and stuff. And also, the cutting of these, I think you can see the layering already. You can see the layering and how I separated it during the sketching phase. I separated the mic, but this thing, the mic and the stand is all together in single layer, but you can separate them if you want. And I separated the string right here, the string right there, and the pendant right here. Those are two different layers. And I also separated all the parts for the ribbon and colored them individually. So that is how I separated the parts. For example, this ribbon, the blossom is separated, the string right here, the knots are separated, the top part and here. These three are all separated into parts. Also this one, 2, 3, 4, those are all separated for the rigging. As you can see, I also placed a dark background since the mic is obviously see-through, so I want to put details in there. I think I'm gonna place them later. There it is. Yep. Obviously, you need the darker background to see it. Just shading the ribbons. And I'm putting the effects. Okay. At this part, I wanted to do the blossom as an effect, but I changed my mind since it looks way too tacky. So I just turned it into a little sparkle at the sides, and I think it works out well. So next is for the cup. All right. As you can obviously see, I just took the ribbon from the microphone to save time, and I rearranged it to make it fit, and added a little part of the ribbon on the side, so it looks like it's not, so that it will look like it's tied around the cup. And then I added the little stitches, like from the sleeves of her clothes. As you can see, sometimes I do draw the accessories outside of its original position, because I think sometimes drawing them separately on a space and then moving it there and erase the parts that aren't needed are more effective and looks cleaner later than avoiding the lines that it will interlap with. And I'm just color picking from the microphone. Okay, the thing is, that part, I didn't notice that my screen share froze. So basically, I wasn't able to record all of my process during the coloring of the cup. But Basically, what was left was just shading, so it's fine. It's all just shading, and I think I added some effects in the side, same as the microphone, and I added some cherry blossoms inside the drink, and I've decided that during the rigging, I would want them to pop up and then fade out. So what I just decided was just record the layers instead for you to see. So yep, these are the layers. So this is the rigging part. I was so confused on how I should make the cat turn around and spin, but I guess I found a way to do it. And obviously the little ribbons, I want them to sway left and right. This is a good thing for rigging assets because you don't need to add physics in it. You just animate it as the way you want it to be. Not as... The process isn't the same as rigging VTuber models. Though at some part, you do the same, almost the same, but you know what I mean. It's not... The work isn't that heavy. So I'm just animating the effects. I also wanted the sparkles to spin, so that's what I'm doing right here and making them fade out. And I wanted this middle part to swing or like shake, wiggle. That's why I'm doing this. Doing it in both directions, left and right. And obviously I made 2 parameters for each left and right, so it won't look like they're moving at the same time. So that it'll look like they're still moving individually. So the animating part, this is just trial and error. Sometimes if I feel like it's too much, if it's moving too much, I adjust it. Just replaying it every time. And I wanted it to loop, so that's why at the end, it's the same point as the first one. To make it look like it's looping. As you can see, I'm just going back and forth every time, especially for the ribbon, since sometimes it looks too unnatural or it's too much, it's shaking too much, so I just readjust it. You see, it took me the longest actually, and it took me a lot of tweaking till I get what I want it to move like. Now I'm rigging the middle part. Animating the middle part. The string are one of the easiest and also the effects actually. I just spread them around so that they don't look like they're all moving at the same time. I just want them to like take turns to fade in and out. So up next is rigging the cup. As you can see, at this part, like the cup, the base of the cup, it looks like the mesh I messed it up. So later on, I will end up adding the layer again because I broke it and I didn't check properly. So that's why before you start rigging, please check your art meshes, because sometimes if you auto mesh, it just ruins it. So yep, there it is. I had to fix it later. It was, as you can tell, I'm having problems with it. I was checking how to fix it, but yep, I just ended up deleting this version and then adding a new one. This was my favorite part, the blossoms, animating the blossoms. It's really fun. Just giving him a little spin, and I've decided to do the same for the cup as well to get some uniformity. You know, staying with the theme. And as you can see, this makes me funny. This makes me laugh a little. If you look closely at the cat, it looks like it's looking at the sides. Nothing, it's just a funny thing I just noticed. So here we are at the animations. During this time, I think I found it easier rigging the cup since I already know the intervals of the points on how to make it look good. So shorter or less time on working on this since I already tested the more natural flow of the animation, of how much space I should place for each point. As you can see, I'm working way more smoothly than the first one. And that's it. So I'm going to show you the end results of the work. So here are all the items that I made. Actually, before I finished rigging it, I dropped a teaser on my Twitter before, and I think she got a hint that it was for her. I mean, it's really obvious. And I might say I am pretty satisfied at how it turned out. I enjoyed making it. My most favorite part is actually the cup. I enjoyed rigging the cup so much. Maybe that's because I gained more experience after making the microphone. I decided to just react to the speed process because it's really hard to commentate while working. And I do not do all the work all at once. I record it in multiple instances, multiple days, multiple hours. I never work straight because, you know, I have school. And I only made this on the span of, I would say in totality, it would only last me 2 days to make these. Obviously, if you work on it non-stop and you got free time. So if you're an artist and want to make assets for yourself, I say try it out. It's pretty easy to understand. So Live 2D may be a little intimidating at first, but I promise you there are a lot of tutorials online that you can apply to rigging assets. Even if it was made for rigging VTuber models, some of them can still be applied in rigging items just basic items like these. So during the upload of this video, I already gave her the assets actually, and I'm happy that she likes it. So I'm going to continue this series and wait for whoever I'm going to make assets next. It doesn't have to be my VTuber children. You won't know. There might be other people that I haven't made any models for. I might actually drop them some goodies. And I want to try other assets next. I would love to try making some desks, making some drawing tablets. I would want to make drawing tablets. And actually, I would want to make assets for myself. I want to have props for our videos. For our upcoming videos, I would want to have assets as well. Please check out Spookzie, my little ghostie. My fellow little ghostie. Please check her Twitch. She streams pretty regularly. She streams a lot. And I think she do variety streams. So please check her out. She's really sweet. And again, Spookzie, if you're watching this, thank you for supporting me. Thank you for always choosing me to make your models. I appreciate it. And to you guys, thank you for tuning in to my video for this week. You might probably thought I might skip this week, but no, I won't let it pass. I am finally having a momentum of posting every week and I don't want to break it, alright? I would want to post at least one video every week. So this is my video for this week. I hope you're doing well and see you on the next one. Bye! I am actually a ghost VTuber, okay? You see this thing? You see this thing in my hand? Those are you. Those are you, my little ghosties. I'm a ghost VTuber, okay? I'm not a cat. But since I'm a VTuber, I can do anything. So, I am not a cat VTuber, baka.